How do I tell my husband that I'm falling in love with him? My dad forced me into a marriage with a stranger to save our family business from collapsing after our CFO got arrested. His family needed our connections, and we needed their spotless reputation. The deal was simple: 3 years of a fake marriage, then divorce once both companies recovered. At the wedding, instead of a kiss, we shook hands while the photographer froze in disbelief. It felt like signing away my freedom, but I didn't have a choice. For 8 months, we lived like ghosts under the same roof. He left before I woke up and came home after I was already asleep. Maybe once or twice a week we'd bump into each other in the kitchen, nodding at the coffee maker instead of at each other. The silence felt safer than small talk. Family dinners were torture. We'd sit in his car rehearsing fake stories while our hands shook. His mom would grab my hand, searching for a bigger ring, asking about kids while I forced out awkward laughs. My dad cornered him about profit margins, making sure they were still worth it. If he tapped the table twice, it was our secret code that he needed saving. I'd pretend to get an urgent call and whisk him away. The setup worked perfectly. His family's good name opened doors that had been slammed in our faces, while our connections scored his side million-dollar contracts. Everyone praised us as the perfect couple, but secretly I was counting the days until freedom. I already had an apartment across town picked out, deposit paid, listing saved on my phone for the worst days. He was secretly applying to jobs in other cities, always when I wasn't around, so neither of us had to admit we were planning exits. By month 6, both businesses were booming and investors thrilled. Our parents acted like they'd pulled off the deal of a lifetime, and honestly, they had. We just had to survive 18 more months of pretending. Every Sunday, I updated my countdown app and felt a little lighter. He had a suitcase in his closet that he slowly filled when he thought I wasn't watching. We were so convincing as strangers that his cousin once called us relationship goals. We both had to leave the room before bursting out laughing at the irony. Then one Tuesday morning, month 9, everything changed. I was pouring coffee when my hand shook, spilling it everywhere. From behind me, he asked, "How long has that been happening?" He was staring at my hand with actual fear. Nobody had looked at me with real concern in months. It made my chest tighten. I admitted it had been going on for weeks. Without hesitation, he called in sick and drove me to a neurologist. The next 3 months were a nightmare: brain scans, endless needles, endless blood tests. He came to every appointment with a green notebook, writing down every detail I didn't want to hear. When the doctor finally said degenerative disease with no cure, I shut down. But he leaned forward, voice shaking, demanding treatment options until he had 20 pages of notes. That night, he dragged his laptop into my room and said he had to keep track of my symptoms. I was too terrified to argue. At 3 a.m., I woke up convinced I was dying. He was already awake, distracting me with random stories until I calmed down. Fighting with the insurance company became his personal battle. When they denied coverage, I heard him scream, "She's my wife," with such rage that for a moment, I believed it. That's when I realized I was in trouble. I wanted it to be true. Without me noticing when, he started anticipating everything. His hand studied me when I swayed. My pills were always organized. Our calendar shifted around my good days without me ever asking. He learned to read my symptoms before I could. The way I held my coffee mug told him everything. Our contract ended 2 months ago. Neither of us said a word. He let a job offer in London that paid double expire. I deleted apartment emails without opening them. Yesterday, he caught me researching care facilities. Instead of looking relieved, he shut my laptop. Till death do us part wasn't just for show. I had to leave the room before he saw me cry. This morning, he was filling out nursing school applications at the kitchen table. When he saw me staring, he just turned the screen toward me and kept typing. Now he's walking around measuring doorways for wheelchairs, humming his favorite tune. I asked why he won't walk away. He said, "I chose this. I choose you." Then he went back to measuring. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.